Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Maxspeedtv. Thank you very much for joining me tonight as we have a very special event. The OP Racing Superspeedway Series presents the Seize the Moment 250. And what a race it is going to be is we're here at the 2007 skinned Daytona track. Going to be super bumpy all night long. But more than that, tonight we have a special invested interest in the race, and here to talk about it before we go green flag racing is the one, the only, Derek Conley himself. So Mr. Derek Conley, tell us a little bit about tonight's race.
Well, I kind of took my cue from Dwayne Cooper. He sponsored last week's race because he has a family member who is autistic, and that's just one of the great causes out there that you could actually sponsor a race for, and not many people know it, at least in our group, until I brought it up. But my fiance, she is epileptic, and it's something that she's had to live with every single day since I think she was about 4 or 5, and it affects our life. And I know that she's got not a big case of it. She's probably got one of the milder ones, but there's a lot more serious cases out there, and I know it has to affect their lives really, really bad. So I want to go ahead and just sponsor today's race for the Epilepsy Foundation of America. They do some great work, funding research, getting education out to people on early warning signs, how to assist if someone's having an epileptic seizure. And they also have a 24-hour hotline to help those who do have epilepsy. So I mean, it's a great cause, and to us at least, to kind of support.
Well, now we're seeing a lot of cars supporting that tonight with the Epilepsy Foundation on the hood. So the drivers out here with those on the hood, it's gotta make you feel good. And what more can people do to find out information?
Easiest thing to do is you could just research. Google Epilepsy Foundation of America. It takes you straight to their website. You can see more about it. You can, just some people might not even know what epilepsy is. Now, there's still no real known reason why people get it or what causes epileptic seizures. There's kind of guesses. And I hear about this, quite often, obviously. But there's no real known reason why any particular person has it. That's why it's so hard to find a cure. There's multiple triggers for any person. No two people are the same.
Well, a lot of cars supporting that on their hood tonight. It's going to be hard to differentiate who is where. As a driver, how's this going to kind of let you know who you're working with here for tonight?
Generally, we got team comms, so we'll be able to communicate that way. We can look at the relative, but I generally like to work with anybody who's in front of me or behind me until the last 10 laps, so it's not going to change up my style that much. But it is great to see all these different paint schemes out here, seeing almost everybody out here supporting the cause. That's what it was more about to me.
Well, it's gonna look good. And like you said, your fiance is someone that is suffering from this. Is she gonna be watching tonight?
Hopefully. She is in the living room actually, with the 55-inch. Got YouTube on it, so hopefully she'll be watching. But it's more about trying to bring awareness to it. I'd love for her to watch it, but as long as I can bring awareness to it, if there's one person who's watching who didn't know anything about this foundation that finds out about it and does some research on it, then to me, this was a great use of my time.
All right, Derek. Well, thank you for joining us here in a pre-race show. We do have a link provided down below at the bottom in the description of tonight's broadcast, and that will take you to the Epilepsy Foundation. So, Derek, I want to wish you luck, and as always, man, if your race ends early, you're welcome up here in the booth.
All right, sir. Well, thank you very much, and let's hope that doesn't happen, but I'll hope to holler at you later.
All right, as Derek Conley, driver of the number 28 machine, sponsor of tonight's race, as we are doing the Seize the Moment 250. So it's going to be a very exciting 100 laps out here tonight at the bumpy Daytona. As you can see, drivers are working together in a pack. Our top 10 times there, already seeing how close they are in this draft pack. Don't forget, coming up next is qualifying. That will be single car qualifying efforts by these drivers. Next Monday, September 24th at 8 p.m. Central, the OP Racing Superspeedway Series will begin their chase race number 1 at Talladega. So make sure you tune in for that as they pick the top 12 drivers. Top 13 drivers are going on, and it is by points. And the points spread here we're going to pull up in just a moment is very, very close throughout the entire field. And then tomorrow, the RFC Hershey Design Series, after a rain out or a rain delay from last week due to the hurricane, we will be at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Memorial 125 presented by Drive for Diabetes Awareness. So make sure you tune in tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central for that. Speaking of our points and how they shake out, Josh Milam, Kelly Milam, top 4 all well and truly locked in. Ernie Williams in the 9, the 10 is in 9th. He is worried about making it. So is Jordan Wright, Aspen Bellman, Scott Bellum. All those guys right there on the cut. Robert Payne in 13th, very, very close, along with Lynn McNeese. You can see how close these guys are on points, 154 to 155, 1 point separating 13th from 14th place. So extremely, extremely close at the end of this thing here. So with the final 20 seconds left here in the opening practice segment, having a decent turnout for tonight's race. Last week's race winner, Anthony Poston in the 30. Finally leaving the pit lane. We'll see if he can become the first repeat winner that this series has had since starting to be broadcasted on Maxspeedtv. As qualifying is getting underway, and the 28 of Derek Conley is going to be the first car out on a track. As Dwayne Cooper, he's backing it up a little bit, lighting the tires up to get out on the racing surface. So the 28 machine, Derek Conley, tonight's patron of the race. We will check in on him throughout tonight's event. But we have several drivers that we are going to watch all night long. Right now, Jacob Sayers in the 39. As these cars work up to speed here with the restrictor plate and everything, it takes them a moment to get up to speed. We'll see these guys working that high side all night long and down on the bottom as well. So will be a well-divided field. We might even see them go single file for a while. Anything can happen out here in the super speedway. So Conley working his way down the backstretch. Kelly Milam in the 46. He's working up to speed as well. The opening lap, we'll see these guys on the high side, burning as much fuel as they can. Rick Sebren's in the 4, a race winner here in this league. Came in his very first race with this league and won it. See if he can pull off another win as the drivers are starting to drop down to the bottom now. Jacob Sayers in the 39 is the fastest car so far. He is on pole for the moment. We have 8 cars who have turned a lap time. Dwayne Cooper in the 00. Currently in 4th, coming around the line there. He will jump up to 3rd place. Scott Bellum now in 4th. Kelly Milam jumping to the top of the charts in the 46. Christopher McCullough with a race win earlier this season as well, just a few races ago. Right now he is currently in 4th place. Lynn McNeese in the 105, he is shutting that down. He is on pole position with a heck of a qualifying lap for that 105 machine. Travis Elliott in the 51, also a race winner. Down the backstretch he goes. Cody Ober in the 8 machine, he's out on track. Part of the DEI wannabes. Teammates Alex Green and Robert Payne, all of those guys working to try and get in. Alex Green in with a win. Cody Ober doesn't have a win. He is working to remedy that here tonight. That 8 machine cycling around right now. He is 13th, but this is going to be his fast lap. I'm going to see him come across the line here. And he will jump up to 11th place. Now Aspen Belvin in the 84 machine. He's out on track. Aspen running the Punisher skull on his hood. A little caveat for tonight's race. The race winner in a winner-take-all $10 prize. I know. Shocking. $10, so much. But a little something extra for the drivers that came out and participated. Winner takes all as long as they have an Epilepsy Foundation logo. And heck, why not a Maxspeedtv logo on there as well. So we will see who is going to go home with some prize money tonight. It's Kenneth McCullough in the 89 machine. He is out on track. Along with Steven Squirmin Herman in the 71, as he is cycling around now. So if you guys missed it at the very start of our practice, or opening segment I should say, while practice was going on, we got to talk to Derek Conley and about tonight's event. So like I said, guys, don't forget, down below, a lot of links provided for you If you need more information about epilepsy, click the link provided and that will take you to the Epilepsy Foundation. As we now have two cars still out on a track, turning their qualifying time. Lynn McNeese in the 105 machine still sitting on pole. But here comes McCullough across the line here. Through the tribal, down under the yellow paint. And he is going to jump up to, or he's going to stay in 11th place. Was he already 11th? I don't know. Stephen Herman in the 71 machine. He is currently scored in 18th. We ride on board with Herman. Guys in YouTube chat, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Hope it will be a thrilling and exciting race for everyone. We'll watch Herman go across the line here and see exactly where he is going to slide into space. 15. He will be in 15th place. So guys, we're going to step away as we always do and play our Star Spangled Banner.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Alright guys, the field is taking to the grid, and that means it's time to go through our starting lineup on row number 1. Setting quick time tonight with a 50.182. Lynn McNeese in that 105 machine. On his outside, a race winner this season, Travis Elliott in the 51. Elliott sitting 5th place in points with a race win. Pretty good spot to be heading into the chase. Row number 2 will be Kelly Milam in the 46 and Rick Seabrans in the 4. Row 3 is going to be Jordan Wright in the 95 and the 61 of DJ Mitzel. Row 4, Christopher McCullough and Jacob Gotham Sayers in the 39. Row 5 will be Anthony Poston, last week's winner, and Ernie Williams Jr., who's very much so on the edge for making it into the chase. We'll keep a close eye on that 91 machine all night long. Row 6 is Kenneth McCullough in the 89 and the 07 of Scott Bellum. Row 7 will be the 28 of Derek Conley and the 8 machine of Cody Ober. Row 8 will be Steven Herman in the 71 and the 35 of Doug Rice. Row 9, the 84 of Aspen Belbin and the 00 of Dwayne Cooper. Row 10 will be Mark Vega in the 68 and Cody Eldred in the 14. Row 11 will be Chase Berry and Robert Payne. And row 12 will be the 15 of Alex Green. So there is your starting lineup for tonight's event. As thank you once again for joining us for this very special Seize the Moment 250. As the field is taking to the track, Lynn McNeese in the 105 on pole. And man, oh man, what a shot looking out the back of that machine. 24 cars out here tonight. Maybe 23 if I can add right. Lynn McNeese in charge of these bad boys out here. A lot of Epilepsy Foundation stickers on the hood. Field working its way through 3 and 4. As we get ready for the pace car to peel away. Taking the green flag in just a moment. The intensity is picking up. Green flag is out. Lynn McNeese gets on the throttle. And here they come down through the tri-oval and gonna send it off into turn number 1. Side by side they go. Lynn McNeese by a car length out in front of the 51. But we will watch that high line work down the backstretch and come charging right back. Here he comes, the 51 of Travis Elliott. Kelly Milam in the 46 and part of this mix as well. He is the second car on the inside. Rick Sebrans in the 4 on the outside of row number 2 here as they are still side by side on this opening lap. Now it looks like the 51 is going to be our first lap leader. Lynn McNeese, the pole sitter, still leading the inside line. It's only a matter of time before we see that 51 drop down to the bottom. And no, the 4 of Rick Sebrans is going to do it. So Rick Sebrans now your new leader on the inside line. Travis Elliott still leading that high side. Down the backstretch into turn number 3, side by side they go. As we have a few cars already out of the race here with some issues, unable to get rolling. The 3 of Robert Payne and Cody Eldred in the 14 unable to roll out. We'll see if they can make it at some point in tonight's event. And Mark Vega, as always, our race control. We do have 3 cars who started from pit lane as Christopher McCullough, Kenneth McCullough, and Cody Obers. These 3 right around in the back for the moment. A lot of you in YouTube chat. Call out who your favorite driver is for tonight's event, who you think's gonna win. But before we can even get to the end of tonight's event, we do got to get to stage number 1. And that will end on a lap 25. Our race analysis for tonight: 100 laps, 250 miles. Tire window anywhere from 20 laps to 50 laps, depending on how much they feel they've abused them or have taken care of them. The fuel window is right around 20 laps, so we'll probably see green flag pit stops if we don't have any cautions. Guys taking fuel only to get back out there, and we might see tire takers back when it's under yellow. So race analysis. Beautiful day, 78 degrees, 55% humidity, and the track temp of 105 here at a bumpy Daytona. It'll make for these drivers to really have their hands full all night long. As we go on board with DJ Mitzel in the 61. DJ's second car in this outside lane, pushing the 51 of Travis Elliott. A lot of room being given between these drivers as they work very hard to keep these cars under control. As they work through these corners, cars just bouncing all over the track. Lynn McNeese in the 105, our pole sitter. He's now second car on the inside line. Seven laps, or 6 laps have been completed, and Travis Elliott has been out front for 5 of them. Rick Seabrans has led 1 lap. Anthony Poston in the 30, last week's winner. Here he is once again making it towards the front. We ride on board with him. He started 9th, currently in 7th, got that race win early on. Early on for him in his first race here in the Monday Night League. If you would like, OP Racing Superspeedway Series is recruiting. You're welcome to reach out to them and apply through the league directory tab in iRacing. They do trucks, they do K&N, throwback series. Monday nights, the big boys come out. We run Daytona and Talladega. You can see just how bumpy this track is. Really makes the drivers have to work that wheel constantly. Very hard to keep it nice and steady and smooth here. These guys doing a very good job of it, making it look easy. The 28 machine of Derek Conley, he is in 12th place right now. We go on aboard with him. You can see the long line of cars up ahead. Scott Bellum in the 07 right to his right side, along with Doug Rice in the 35. 95 just in front of him. That is Jordan Wright. You see a lot of give and take back and forth as these cars work through the corners here. Down the back stretch once again, still side by side. We'll see them side by side all night long. Check in on the 00 of Dwayne Cooper. Started 18th, he's moved up a little bit. He's now in 13th place, part of the Nut Up Motorsports. Dwayne Cooper right now working with Scott Bellum and Rick Seabrans. Those guys loosely forming a team. No contracts were signed, handshakes only. Headed up by the 00 himself of Dwayne Cooper. So we'll watch that black and purple machine all night long. See how well he can work through the field. He's always a threat to win. Has been unable to pull off the win. But we are glad he is out here, as he thought maybe his chances at racing on Monday night would be done due to family conflicts of schedule. You know, no one's trying to kill him, though some of these drivers out here act like they all try to kill each other sometimes. What's going on, YouTube chat? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. We are on lap 12 of 25 here in stage number 1. Alex Green, as we go on board with him, he is mired deep in the pack. He has made some moves up through the field here. Dwayne Cooper sliding down to the bottom. He's gonna tuck in behind Derek Conley in the 28. Into turn number 3 once again. These guys still side by side on that high side. Not as many cars. They are sticking with that bottom lane just as if it wasn't that big of a deal. But out front, Travis Elliott and Rick Seabrins, those guys battling for lap lead positions lap after lap. Seabrins has led for 6, Elliott for 7. We are nearing a green flag pit stops. We might see those coming up in about 5 more laps. Down across the stripe once again to put lap 14 in the books. The field starting to get a little wobbly here as they can feel the pressure mounting for the end of this stage. Drivers trying to find a move to make, feeling things out, judging whether or not it is worth trying to win this stage or not. If you're going to do it, you have to make your move sometime soon and position yourself in a good spot and be ready for that pit stop that is about ready to start happening here in 5 laps. A poor pit stop can ruin a good race. It's going to be hard for the cars on that high line to get down onto pit lane because that low line is packed solid with cars. So we're going to see some very interesting maneuvering from this high line as we see some 3 wide action here down the backstretch. We got 1 car in the sucker hole. Now we got 2 cars staying to the high side here. Doug Rice in the 35, he's working that middle groove right now. He has a full head of steam. He is making a charge to the front as Doug Rice just worked right through the field and put himself as the 4th car in that outside lane. Bold move by Doug Rice, and it worked to perfection for him. It has really kind of spread out that outer lane that really lost a lot of ground here. 71 of Stephen Herman and the 11 of Chase Berry. Last two cars in this lead pack, they are on that. They are running 16th and 17th. Three cars that we haven't checked in with for a while. These guys started from pit road. That is the 103 of Chris McCullough, the 8 of Cody Ober, and the 89 of Kenneth McCullough. These three drivers playing a little bit of strategy, hanging out in the back of the pack. Now up front, Lynn McNeese has managed to get around Rick Seabrins, our pole sitter, back to the front. He's wanting to lead a lap and get a point for that, as McNeese is on the outside looking in for right now. But a race win would get him into the chase. He is doing what he needs to do in order to accomplish that, as he is leading this race. But leading this lap didn't get him there. He's got to lead the last one. But before we get there, we got to finish this stage out. As we see drivers starting to jockey for position on this inside line, be watching for cars to start hitting pit road. That high line way up high in the 51 of Travis Elliott. Doug Rice in the 35, he's found a spot to come down, and here they come. They're breaking away. Three cars have broken away for pit road, and that includes our pole sitter Lynn McNeese in the 105. Rick Seabrins in the 4 got on pit road very quickly. Charged onto pit road, gained a lot of ground on Lynn, so that is going to be a boon for him. And Dwayne Cooper in the 00 hitting his pit box very nicely. We'll see how these guys are going to come off of pit road. Rick Seabrins first one off, Lynn McNeese second, and Dwayne Cooper. That has put Kelly Milam in the 46 to the front. Scott Bellum in the 07 right behind him. And here comes another group of drivers, but Kelly Milam staying out front. Scott Bellum, Doug Rice, Travis Elliott, Aspen Belvin, Chase Berry, all hitting pit road, along with Stephen Herman and Jacob Sayers in the 39. These three cars have not made it yet, and here they come. Running in a 3-car pack. Expect to see these drivers coming up very soon as well. That is the 46 of Kelly Milam, the 61 of DJ Mitzel, and last week's winner, the 30 of Anthony Poston. And here they come. All of this group are hitting pit road. Brakes are being locked up. And Kelly Milam on the pit road, but the 61 of DJ Mitzel looks like he charged on the pit road a little bit harder. We could see a pass for the lead right here. As Mitzel misses his pit box, has to back up. Still not in his pit stall. A disastrous pit for Mitzel. And Kelly Milam long on the fuel there. That has allowed Jordan Wright to exit pit road first. And DJ Mitzel was the first one on the pit road. Is going to be the last one on pit road from that group. So now it's going to be a race to see who can form up the fastest, as these guys are going to pass them up easily. Scott Bellum and Chase Berry passing for the lead there. So give the lead now to Chase Berry in the 11 for the moment. Here comes the inside line with the 07 of Scott Bellum. So the field has been broken up. They are all scattered throughout this track, but this is the race for stage 1 with one more lap to go after they cross the start-finish line. On lap 25, the caution will be thrown and the field will be frozen. So this is the battle for that stage win. Scott Bellum now on to the lead, but here comes that outside lane. Chase Berry challenging right back. Oh, Chase Berry gets a little bit of a hook from the 84 of Aspen Belvin. They get it sorted out and keep going. The final lap in stage number 1. Down through 1 and 2. Side drafting. We got one car in the wall. Looked like Lynn McNeese got a little tight coming off the corner. He had to check up. That is going to move him to the back. Losing ground. He will not be able to recover in time. Here they come onto the front stretch. Scott Bellum, Chase Berry, side by side for stage number 1. Here comes the fan out, and Chase Berry's going to get turned. Caution flag comes out. Dwayne Cooper getting a piece of that, and Chase Berry going to tag that inside wall. As I am not sure who's going to be the race winner on this one, or the stage 1 winner. That caution looked like it came out right before these guys got to the start-finish line. A wild, wild finish to stage number 1 here. As Chase Berry goes for a ride. Car all mangled up. See him get hooked into the wall. Dwayne Cooper getting a piece of it with nowhere to go as well. We're going to ride on board with Dwayne Cooper for this. Hard racing, hard pushing right there. Coming down to the end of the stage. So several drivers hitting pit road. Some of these guys getting damage repaired. So while we wait for word from race control, Travis Elliott has stayed out. The 07 of Scott Bellum has made a pit stop. Lynn McNeese coming off pit road here. Doug Rice, Jordan Wright. Most of these drivers all stopping for a bit of fuel and tires. And it is official. Our stage 1 winner is Scott Bellum in the 07. So congratulations to Scott picking up a stage win here in the final race for the regular season. Scott Bellum came into tonight 12th in points without a race win. So good for him to win this stage, help secure his chase berth. All right, guys, so while we reset the field, we're going to step away for a moment, and we'll be right back after this. Welcome back, guys, as the field is set for stage number 2, lap 50. The caution will fly for that. We'll call that the end of the stage. The 51 of Travis Elliott and the 07 of Scott Bellum gonna restart on row number 1. Row number 2 will be the 4 of Rick Seabrins and the 35 of Doug Rice. Guys, don't forget, tonight is a very special race for the OP Racing Superspeedway Series. Seize the Moment 250 in honor of the Epilepsy Foundation. If you need more information, a link is provided down below in the broadcast. While you're there, give the broadcast a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. The drivers would appreciate it. Would let them see your support. But here we go. Green flag is out. We're back underway for stage number 2. And the 51 of Travis Elliott getting a good restart. Going to move up to the high side in front of Scott Bellum. And that will leave the 4 of Rick Seabrins all on his lonesome for the front. And it's the 71 of Stephen Herman. He is the second car on the inside line. Squirmin' Herman in that 71 machine, making a charge to the front here. Down comes the 51 of Travis Elliott in front of Rick Seabrins. Elliott leading 12 laps so far tonight. Rick Seabrins has led 8. Now it looks like Elliott's trying to keep both lines behind him, but now Seabrins gets a good run on this inside line. Down into turn number 1. Side by side, these cars got some tilt to them. I'd say iRacing still has some graphical images to sort out with their most recent update. But spectators aren't necessarily a priority as they try and fix out or hash out all the other bugs. So hopefully soon these will be looking like they're supposed to. We have one car breaking away from the pack and hitting pit road. That is the 30 of Anthony Poston. He is going to be all on his lonesome here. Not sure what he has to hit pit road for, if he is serving a penalty or what it is. We're about to find out as he hits his pit stall. And the jack does go underneath the car, so early pit stop in this session for Anthony. Rick Seabrins out front for now on that inside line. He has managed to find a way to get around the 51 of Travis Elliott. Poston is now leaving pit road. He is the only car on track, scored a lap down, but make that 2 laps down for him. So last week's race winner in a bit of a hole here, but has quite a few laps left to be able to recover. So we'll see if he can get it done. No need to panic just yet. He is going to be the only car a lap down if this continues the way it's going. With the end of the stage, he will get his 1 lap back. Maybe another caution or 2 will surface between now and the finish of the race, or before other cars go a lap down. That will allow Anthony to get back on the lead lap, as we're going to go 3 wide down the backstretch for the lead. Rick Seabrins in the middle, Scott Bellum in the 07 on the bottom, with the 51 and Travis Elliott on the high side with help from the 35 of Doug Rice. Sebring's in that middle lane all by himself, still with no help, holding very tough right there. He is going to slide up in front of Travis Elliott. So Sebring's in the middle groove there, all by himself, showing just how much speed that car is capable of. No help, and hung on to it and stayed in front of the 51 of Travis Elliott. So Elliott now falling a little bit down through the order here, and he's going to try it again. 3 wide. Through the tri-oval they go. That lap was led by Scott Bellum, and Sebring's, with no help, is still holding on, trying to side draft off of both cars. Wild ride down the backstretch here. How long can Rick hold on to this spot without anyone pushing him? You see he's starting to lose some ground in that inside lane. But here, oh, the 71 of Stephen Herman slid up in front of Rick. We got cars going everywhere. Caution coming out. As Stephen Herman just got tight, drifted up in front of the 4 of Rick Sebring's, and then went on around. So we go to our Maxspeedtv replay. Herman in the 71. Sebring's down on his quarter panel. Lynn McNeese getting a piece of the action. Alex Green in the 15 going for a ride as well. We're going to go on aboard with Alex Green. And just like that, your car is damaged and you're facing the wrong way on the track. Down the backstretch. Final time we'll watch this replay here. Into the corner. Cars scattering everywhere. So Scott Bellum being scored as your race leader. Scott Bellum, part of the Nut Up Motorsports. Out front with Jordan Wright in the 95 in second place. This caution couldn't have come at a better time for the 30 of Anthony Poston. He's got 1 lap back. He is now going to be 1 lap down. So while we reset the field here, guys, I'm going to step away for a moment and we'll be right back after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The field is formed up. We're getting ready to go back green flag racing here at the 2007 Daytona Super Speedway for the Seize the Moment 250. We've got about 10 laps to go in stage number 2. Scott Bellum, stage 1 winner. He is out front still, looking to pick up a second stage win. Can he do a second stage win? Can he go for the perfect race and win all of it? Green flag is out. We're back underway. As Scott Bellum gets through the gearbox cleanly, Kelly Milam in the 46 is going to push him. Jordan Wright in the 95 doesn't have a whole lot of help with him from the 39 of Jacob Sayers. But here they come. They are charging up to his back bumper very quickly. Jordan Wright in that 95 sporting a big Maxspeedtv on that trunk lid. The Epilepsy Foundation on the nose. He's going for that $10 iRacing credit. Tri-oval. So Jordan Wright in the 95. Falling back a little bit here. Dwayne Cooper in the 00. What did I tell you about him? This guy always a threat to win. Here he is, second car on the inside lane, pushing the 07 of Scott Bellum. Ooh, contact being made. Jordan Wright going to come back up onto the track as the cars go through the tri-oval. Stephen Herman getting involved. DJ Mitchell in the 61 picking up a piece of it. Jordan Wright in the 95 going around as well. Check this on our Maxspeedtv replay. Working through the tri-oval, Jordan Wright in the 95 comes down onto the 91 of Ernie Williams. Ernie able to gather it in. It looks like eventually getting into some more trouble. That car is heavily damaged. Go to the nose here. Maybe Ernie was coming up too. Jacob Sayers in the 39 going around as well. Big time crunch as Sayers goes spinning like a top. So this is brought out another caution. This is our third caution of the night. Our first one came at the end of stage 1. We've had 2 cautions in the second stage here, and with 7 laps to go before the end of the stage, these guys gonna get reset here and have a shootout for stage 2 end. We got 1 car on pit road. That is the 91 of Ernie Williams, along with Christopher McCullough hitting pit road, Rick Seabrans, the 95 of Jordan Wright. So a lot of drivers coming down pit road. Lynn McNeese in the 105, our pole sitter for tonight. He is on pit road as well. So Scott Bellum in the 07. Stage 1 winner, still holding on to the lead for now. So while we set up this next bit of the race, we'll step away, guys, and we'll be right back after this.
Maxspeedtv would like to thank our partners here at Maxspeedtv, starting with the Colby Eye Paints. If you're in the market for a new paint job for your car, check out Colby's Eye Paints on Facebook. Need a replica paint of your real-life car? Colby's Eye Paints has you covered. Check out Colby Eye Paints on Facebook. Also by Hershey Design. Hershey Design Company is your one-stop graphics shop. If you're in need of an iRacing paint, league, team, or business logo, or want the logo on some sweet swag, hit up Orion at the Hershey Design Company. You can find them on Facebook by searching HERSHY Design Company. Also by the Sim Speed Shop, simspeedshop.com. You can check them out for all your iRacing sim needs. Ohio IndyCar League jumping on board this season with as an official sponsor of Maxspeedtv. They are also accepting not just patrons from Ohio, but from all over. Also, iBog for all your iRacing broadcast overlay graphics done specifically by Jason Allison, one of the masters at it. So thank you to Jason. And also, last but not least, Wise Guys. You can check them out at Reverb Nation. That is spelt with a Z. So check them out on Reverb Nation. We would like to thank all of the sponsors at Maxspeedtv and partners.
Just like a movie, just like a storybook, we are the future, we're the ones they won't overlook. It's time to be the hero. Like you've never seen, like you've never seen. You're a hero. Just like in a dream, just like in a dream.
Welcome back, as we are here under caution still with the 07 of Scott Bellum out front, but the lights have gone out on the pace car, setting up what will be a 3-lap shootout to the end of the stage. So right now, Scott Bellum and Kelly Milam are going to restart on row number 1. And row number 2 will be Dwayne Cooper and Doug Rice in the 35 machine. That will be our front 2 rows for this restart. Scott Bellum out front. Dwayne Cooper going to have to get right on his back bumper and push for all he is worth. I'll tell you what, if there's a driver I want behind me pushing for a stage win, that is the 00 of Dwayne Cooper. This guy will push like no other. The 11 of Chase Berry, who we saw poised to win stage 1 and then go for a wild ride before getting to the start finish line. He has recovered nicely. He is restarting 3rd row outside here. Cody Ober in the 8, who we saw running around as he started from pit lane, was running around in a 3-car pack at the end of this long line of cars. So Here we go. Pace car's out.
Green
flag is out. And they get through the gearboxes. Got to get that power down onto the asphalt. And around we go once again. Scott Bellum getting a good little bit of a lead here. Kelly Milam pulling away from Doug Rice. But they are closing in quickly and going to add to some energy on this outside line. Here they come, but Scott Bellum has Dwayne Cooper pushing him, and behind Dwayne Cooper is the 28 of Derek Conley. Derek has been having a quiet run so far, been sneaking his way to the front. Here he is getting ready to be the end of stage 2, and he is going to battle it out with these guys. But some tough competition in front of him as Doug Rice in the 35 is pushing the 46 of Kelly Milam. Scott Bellum going for 2 stages in a row, and Dwayne Cooper's going to hook him. Looked like contact was made on that back bumper, and it wasn't very square. And Scott Bellum is going to go around. A lot of cars caught up in this one. That will be the end of the stage, but who are they going to declare the stage winner as we go to our Maxspeedtv replay? See, Dwayne Cooper in the 00 just didn't get to Scott Bellum squarely. Nowhere to go for these drivers in the back of the pack. Chase Berry involved in another one. Doug Rice getting a piece of it. Cody Ober involved. Aspen Belvin caught up as well. Stephen Herman getting some of it. Alex Green going for a ride. The 51 of Travis Elliott also in danger. Damage situation here. So not sure where we are as far as a stage winner, waiting on race control to let me know. But I do have the 4 of Rick Seaburns out front right now, but several cars have hit pit road. And we are on a lap 50, so we will just have to wait for race control to fill me in. Scott Bellum in the 07. Working on that car has been for a while. I do want to point out real quick that the 30 of Anthony Poston, with those 2 quick cautions in the second stage, did manage to get back on the lead lap. And right now he is being scored in 9th place. So a good bit of luck on his side has played into his hands and put him back on the lead lap. So while we wait for race control, we'll step away and be right back to set up the final 50-lap sprint to the end of this race. Alright guys, welcome back. The field is formed up, heading down the back stretch. And race control has confirmed our stage 2 winner is the 46 of Kelly Milam. So congratulations to him picking up another stage win in that 46 machine. Do want to point out Scott Bellum's still on pit road, our stage 1 winner. Looks like his night might be done as that car was heavily damaged. Everyone is still out on track that started tonight's event except for Scott Bellum. Rick Sebrans in the 4 machine, your leader for this restart. Pace car peeling off.
Green flag, green flag.
And the field lurches into the action. The 4 of Rick Sebrans getting a good jump on Lynn McNeese, our pole sitter, who has battled back to be the first car in the outside lane. So Lynn not giving up, digging deep and fighting hard. We're gonna go on aboard with Rick Sebrans, looking out the back of the 89 machine of Kenneth McCullough as Kenneth is gonna move to the high side here. Here comes Kelly Milam giving a shunt to the 4 of Sebrans. And Sebrans battling on that inside line. The 89 of Kenneth McCullough on the high side. Through the tri-oval cleanly. We're in the final stage, final 50-lap segment for this 100-lap race. We have seen Scott Bellum lead for 19 laps. Rick Sebrans lead for 14. Travis Elliott for 13. And Kelly Milam for 4. Lynn McNeese does have a lap led as well, along with McCullough and DJ Mitzel. It's a lot of lap leaders out here tonight. It's been an eventful race. We have had 4 cautions for 13 laps, 21 lead changes. We do have 46 laps to go. In our special event for the OP Racing Superspeedway Series, they do the Seize the Moment 250, helping raise awareness for the Epilepsy Foundation. So we got some cars wiggling down the backstretch. Looks like everyone's gonna tuck into line. Dwayne Cooper in the 00. Last car in this line of cars. These guys are all on the lead lap. That is 19 cars out on track. This is the 91 of Ernie Williams trying to race his way into the chase. A race win here tonight would solidify his chase hopes. He is just barely on the inside right now as they run. He has managed to make that 91 machine a front runner here. Field working through the tri-oval, starting to get a little closer to each other through the tri-oval, a little bit braver, and there goes the 89 of McCullough.
The yellow flag is out.
As he is spun down to the inside wall. Single car spin here. We go to our Maxspeedtv replay. Right on board with Kenlon McCullough. It looks like just another not square hit is going to be the culprit here. So he's going to lightly tap that inside wall. Got a little bit of a spin there. I'm not sure, but it was Christopher McCullough who was right behind him. Just not a good bump there. And oh man, was that a close moment, getting back up on track as he couldn't hold it to that flat part of the track. Washing up there as he carried a lot of speed through the corner. So father and son making contact here. One of them going around the other one, taking pennants, and I expect to see the belt come out, some punishment be handed down by the father and son teams here. Lap 59 of 100, just over 40 laps to go. Scott Bellum in the 07 back out on track after spending almost 10 minutes fixing that thing. He is out on track now. One of those guys very much on the bubble for a chase berth. So he's got to get all the points he can. So he's getting back out there. The 91 of Ernie Williams leading this thing, the 28 of Derek Conley, and the 46 of Kelly Milam. All of these guys are FSR drivers, which stands for really slow racers. I don't know, I just made it up as I went. But no, it's Fuel Sim Racing. And they are running 1, 2, 3 right now. And right behind them is Nut Up Motorsports drivers of Stephen Herman, Dwayne Cooper. Those guys very, very much in the running here. Haven't talked a whole lot about JSI drivers, and that is Jacob Sayers in the 39, Aspen Belvin in the 84, Chase Berry in the 11, and Travis Elliott in the 51. Those guys all part of Just Send It Incorporated. JSI, Just Send It Motorsports. That's what I wanted to say. Whew, man, KR, maybe a bottle of whiskey doesn't agree with you. No, I'm just kidding. DJ Mitzel in the 61, running a beautiful yellow and blue Sunoco paint scheme. DJ part of 3 Wide Motorsports in conjunction with Jordan Wright and Anthony Poston. Jordan Wright in the 95 tucked in nice and neat behind the 61 of DJ Mitzel. Then Lynn McNeese in the 105, our pole sitter. Tonight he is working with the 35 of Doug Rice, and they are Team 4. I don't know if they're the 4th team or if they are trying to stand for something, but they're just Team 4. So Lynn McNeese and Doug Rice working together, as Lynn was our pole sitter. Turned a heck of a good qualifying lap. Lights have gone out on the pace car. Ernie Williams picking the high side. Guys, if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to give this broadcast a thumbs up. These drivers are out here, driving for the final race in the regular season, but also most of them have Epilepsy Foundation on the hood, trying to help just raise some awareness for the Epilepsy Foundation and those who suffer from seizures. If you missed it, first 10 minutes or so of the broadcast, we talked with Derek Conley in the 28 machine about what this means, is that tonight's race is his baby. And a good little bit of an interview from him, so make sure you check that out if you haven't done so yet. And while you're at it, man, these guys would love to get a thumbs up for tonight's broadcast, so if you haven't done so yet, please do. But all that aside, pace car's peeling off. Here we go, folks. Green flag is out. We are back underway as Ernie Williams gonna charge across the line first. Maybe a little bit of gamemanship here But no, Williams is going to stay up high. I thought maybe he was going to try and tuck down in front of Derek Conley. But he stays high as we're going to go side by side several rows deep. The 71 of Stephen Herman right on the back bumper of Ernie Williams as we got Lynn McNeese. Really big wiggle coming off of turn 2. We go on board with Stephen Herman. Herman in that 71 machine has had a bit of a rough day here, but right now he is running in the second car outside lane. Not a bad place to be as we are now on lap 63 of 100. Getting down into crunch time here. So if you have any moves to make, now's when you want to start doing them. Trying to find all that you can, get all you can from the car, all these spots. Know who you want to be working with as you charge to the end of this thing. Down onto the front stretch. Through the tri-oval side by side for the lead. Lap after lap. Mentally, it gets exhausting, especially here on the bumpy Daytona. Alex Green in the 15, always exciting to watch. Here he is now on the outside. Might see if he's going to make a move here, as we got one in the wall. Not sure who that was that got in the wall a little bit. Alex Green started 23rd, currently running in 8th place. He's a DEI wannabe driver, working with the 8 of Cody Ober tonight. Robert Payne unable to make tonight's race. See these cars bouncing around here. This track, even though it's a super speedway series kind of track, you still have to get up on the wheel for this one. Really makes you drive it as you go through those bumps, trying to hold that wheel steady. The 95, oh, 71 of Stephen Herman going around. Dwayne Cooper getting involved. Jordan Wright getting into it. DJ Mitchell getting a piece as well.
The yellow flag is out.
The caution flag is going to fly once again. So we go to our Maxspeedtv replay. Watching these cars from the spotter stand, you can see they're working their way down the backstretch. Fan out a little bit as they go into the corner. Herman gets hooked by the 30 of Poston. Dwayne Cooper goes around. Jordan Wright gets a piece of it. Lynn McNeese, Aspen Belvin. Jordan Wright spinning onto pit road. Ride on board with the 30 of Anthony. Just a little hook there. That's all it takes. Upset these cars and send it around. So back under yellow we go, lap 67 of 100. I don't know about you guys, but I need me a little bit of a break. Have to refill my water cup. I'll be right back after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we have a new leader out front. That is the 61 of DJ Mitzel. And we'll see if we can get a quick word in with DJ. DJ, how you doing out there? You got your ears on, bud?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, the 61 machine out front, you decided not to pit. What led to that decision?
Well, I knew that everybody was going to have to make one more pit stop anyways, and I pitted on the last one, so I thought I'd stay out, get some track position, see how it shook out. Maybe there would be a caution to get us to make it the rest of the way. If not, then I made a bad decision.
All right, man. Well, that 61 machine, blue and yellow Sunoco, paint scheme looking very sharp out here tonight. A bold move, risky move. As a driver making this kind of move, you think your chances are pretty good right now?
I think they're all right. I need a win here to get into the chase. I missed the first quite a few races of the season, so if I don't take a chance, then I might as well not be racing. So.
All right, well, DJ Mitzel in the 61 machine, getting you ready to go back to green. We'll let you go. Thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us.
All right, thanks.
That is DJ Mitzel, part of the 3 Wide Motorsports, giving us a quick word on his decision to stay out when everyone else came onto pit road. So here we go. Pace car is off. Green flag is out. And we are underway here once again with 30 laps to go. You heard it here, folks. DJ Mitzel saying he was going to take a chance, gain some track position, and it looks like it is working very well for him. You know what? Let's do it. Let's crank it up. Field working its way down the backstretch. One car dipping down below the yellow line. Oh, contact made. Alex Green going for a ride. DJ Mitzel in through the grass. Green is going to collect Jacob Sayers.
The yellow flag is out.
DJ Mitzel going to T-bone the 07 of Scott Bellum. Sayers going around again. Aspen Belvin getting caught up. As we are going to go back under yellow. And Scott Bellum, the 07 machine, heavily smoking. A wild ride down the backstretch for several drivers. One of those was DJ Mitzel, who we just talked to. Alex Green getting involved as well. The ride on board with Jacob Sayers in the 39. See contact happening. Sayers gonna hit Alex Green, get through that. Heavy contact for Jacob Sayers and Scott Bellum. DJ Mitchell also going for a wild ride. Go on board with DJ Mitchell. Trying to slow it down as he goes back up on track. Not what he wanted to do. Scott Bellum would agree that was not fun. So Scott Bellum back on pit road for another extended stay. Ernie Williams, though, scored as your race leader, shutting it off. He last made his pit stop 8 laps ago. Not sure if he is going to try and make it to the end here, or if he's going to try and make his pit stop as short as possible. I really don't see how he can make it to the end on this thing. Doug Rice peeling off for what could be his last pit stop, but he would need some help with some cautions. Jacob Sayers in the 39 machine back out on track, but he has now scored 1 lap down. Alex Green in the 15. We saw him getting involved in that. Looks like he has used his fast repair to get back out there. Our top 5 cars: Ernie Williams, Derek Conley, Cody Ober, Kelly Milam, and Travis Elliott did not make pit stops. Rick Seabrins in the 4 machine, first car out on track that did make a pit stop. Still a bit of stretch for fuel if we go green flag the entire way, but not impossible for the 4 machine. But the 5 cars in front of him are really going to need a lot of help to get there. And the way these last few laps have gone may not be entirely out of the question that we could see several more yellows. We are working our 7th caution. 2 of them were for stage ending situations. Have been under yellow for 25 laps. We do have 23 laps to go with 26 lead changes here tonight. Scott Bellum still holding on to the most laps led with 19. Rick Seabrans and Ernie Williams have led for 14 laps. Travis Elliott led for 13. And then Derek Conley has led for 5 along with TJ Mitchell. And Kelly Milam has led for 4 laps. So quite the spread of lap leaders out here tonight. Cody Ober in that 8 machine quietly working his way to the front. Green flag will fall on a lap 79 here. We have 19 cars out on track, still 18 of them on the lead lap. Pace cars off, green flag is out. Here they come heading right at you. Got to get through the gearbox cleanly and quickly. 28 of Derek Conley on the inside with the 8 of Cody Ober pushing him. Ernie Williams in the 91 on the outside lane. Ernie would like a win to secure a spot into the chase. But he is on the inside here with points as they run right now. Only 13 drivers making it into the chase. A race win will qualify you for the chase standings, or a chase berth, I should say. Ernie Williams does not have that race win, but he does come into ninth place in points. Field working its way down the front stretch into the trial, still side by side now with 20 laps to go. Ernie Williams and Derek Conley side by side still, with teammate Kelly Milam pushing Williams, all 3 Fuel Sim Racing drivers, and Cody Ober and Alex Green, DEI wannabes, working together there. Then the 4 and the 95 of Jordan Wright and Rick Seabrans. Those 2 running nose to tail. They are not on a team together. The 51 machine of Travis Elliott. He is sneaking back into the picture here for the race win. 19 laps to go down the backstretch. You see that inside line getting a good run here down into the corner. Gonna really rocket ahead here as they carry the momentum from the straightaway through this corner. But Rick Seabrans in the 4, he's the one to watch. If this goes green, I think he's the one that comes out in the lead. Ernie Williams, Derek Conley, Cody Ober, all those guys need to make pit stops, as Cody Ober is going to lose a few spots here. He's fallen all the way back. I'm sorry, I thought that was Cody that ended up being Jordan Wright in the 95. Onto the front stretch. You can feel these drivers have kind of decided they maybe want to settle in a little bit, but try and race it out to the end here. But at some point, someone is going to have to make a move. And the further back you are, the sooner you're going to have to make that move so that you do have time to get up into the front and battle for this win. DJ Mitchell in the 61, we saw him going for a wild ride just during that last caution. But here he is back into this lead group. Right now he is scored in 9th place, but he is in striking distance. He has made a pit stop, so he should be good on fuel. And Dwayne Cooper in the 00, all the way in the back of this pack here. He is in danger of losing the lead pack. In fact, he is going to lose that lead draft. And he will fall all the way back to Aspen Belvin, who is almost 14 seconds behind him right now. So Dwayne Cooper, in order to win this thing, he is going to need a caution. But the 4 of Rick Seabrins making his way to the front here. With the 95 of Jordan Wright still tucked in onto his back bumper. Rick on the high side in that Ford machine. Kelly Milam in the 46. Milam looking to become the first repeat winner here on the broadcast in the Maxspeedtv races. Wow, I really said that wrong. We have had a different race winner for every single broadcasted race this season. And right now we have 2 former winners out front. Rick Seabrins on the high side, Kelly Milam on the low side. As I get a good shot at them as they come down that long backstretch. Side by side, Ernie Williams in the 91, second car in the inside lane there. Looking for his first win. Could it be him? He is a long way to go though on fuel. He is now on his 20th lap since being on pit road. These cars can do about 20 to 21 green flag laps. So we'll see just how far Ernie can make it. Derek Conley in the 28, also in the same boat as Ernie Williams. We might be seeing those guys hit pit road here within the next 5 laps if a caution does not come out. Rick Seabrins in the 4, credited with that lap lead. $12 laps to go, coming right at you. Down into turn number 3. The inside lane getting a good run over that outside. As Jordan Wright has to get to the bumper of the 4 of Seabrins here and give him a good shove Get that energy flowing in that outer lane, but be very careful not to do it through the tri-oval. We've seen a lot of cars get hooked from just a very slight bump to the back bumper. Here comes that outside lane, charging right back at him. With a lap car coming into the picture here, and that is the 39 of Jacob Sayers. We got cars hitting pit road as they came up on the lap traffic. Ernie Williams locking them up. Kelly Milam taking out the cone. Very, very intense moment on pit road as a lot of drivers have hit pit lane with 10 laps to go. That has put the 4 of Rick Sebrans as the lead car on the inside lane. Lynn McNeese in the 105 with Alex Green on the outside as they're going to push right on by. Lynn McNeese in the 105 out front once again. Our pole sitter as more cars hit pit road. That's DJ Mitzel along with Jordan Wright and Anthony Poston hitting pit road with 9 laps to go. But Lynn McNeese in that 105 machine, he is going to try and see if he can make it to the end of this thing. Alex Green on his back bumper. Rick Sebrans trying to close the gap on these guys with Doug Rice right behind them. Man, oh man, I'll tell you what, this is going to be close on fuel for these 4 drivers. Doug Rice, Lynn McNeese, Alex Green, and Rick Sebrans are our top 4 drivers right here. These guys are going to gamble on fuel to see if they can make it. Dwayne Cooper in the 00 currently scored in 5th place, but he is now 32 seconds behind this lead group, and he is all by himself. Then Aspen Belvin in the 84 machine, he is 6th, and DJ Mitzel, first car who's made a pit stop, now getting passed by Ernie Williams and Chase Berry. So these guys are good to go on fuel for sure. They are down in 7th place. Ernie Williams, Chase Berry, 7th and 8th. But out front with 7 laps to go is Lynn McNeese, our pole sitter. Had an up and down night all race long. Here he is in position for the win. With 7 to go out front, a 4-car breakaway here. But a gamble on fuel as to whether or not he can make it. Going to be very close. Going to come down to, was he able to save enough fuel as he worked through the field? Going to be stretching it as far as he can. Doug Rice in the 35 making a move. Trying to use the 95 of Jordan Wright for a draft. And it is working. It has pulled him all the way up to the door. And he is going to turn.
The yellow flag is out.
Jordan Wright right in front of Lynn McNeese. 6 laps to go. And that is going to help these guys for sure on fuel. They are all going to be able to make it. But what a power move that Doug Rice had to use Jordan Wright as a draft, pull him alongside of Lynn McNeese. Goes from 4th to door with Lynn. Hard to tell who was in front there, but looked like Doug Rice is going to be out front when that caution comes out. As we go back to the live shot, we do see Doug Rice is out front. I don't know if we're going to get a 1-lap shootout for this thing or not. We have 4 laps to go. Lynn McNeese got some damage when Jordan Wright and that 95 came down in front of him. Should we go back to green, that is going to be very detrimental to him, especially in a 1-lap shootout. Alex Green in the 15. And Rick Sebrin's in the 4. These 4 drivers took that fuel calculations. They were going to run this thing out till the tanks were empty. I don't know, guys. I don't know if we're going to get a 1-lap shootout or not. It was pretty close on the situation there. We might see a 1-lap shootout to settle this thing. I kind of would like to see a 1-lap shootout. I'd like to see this thing finish under green. The final race in the regular season. Seize the Moment 250 to help raise awareness for epilepsy and those who suffer from seizures. Been a wild race all night long. Doug Rice, your leader, looking for his first win of the season. A little bit of gamemanship here. Doug slowing down some. Maybe Doug has been given an EOL. That will put Lynn McNeese out front. Or is Doug running out of fuel? He is dropping through the order here. So either an end of the line penalty coming for the 35, or he has ran out of fuel. Either way, that has put the 105 of Lynn McNeese back out front. And if the lights go out on the pace car, we will see a 1-lap shootout here. And they have gone out, so here we go, folks. Hold on to your hats. A one-lap shootout to settle this thing. Lynn McNeese, unfortunately, got some damage on his car. That is going to hurt him. But can he hold on for one lap? He's got the 4 of Rick Seabrins right behind him. Rick could give him a good shove on the start here. Alex Green, not without his damage. And the 15 as he's going to restart in the second lane, or second. Yeah, we'll say second lane. Outside lane, second place, so to speak. But here comes the 11 of Chase Berry, who had to make a pit stop. Things looked very bleak for him when he made that pit stop, but here he is restarting in the second car outside lane. So here we go. Let's set this up. Lynn McNeese, Alex Green, row number 1. Row number 2 is going to be Rick Seabrins and Chase Berry. Row number 3 will be Ernie Williams and DJ Mitzel. So here we go. One lap shootout to settle the seize the moment 250. Pace car getting ready to peel off. There it goes. Green flag is out. Alex spins his tires a little bit. Lynn gets the power down. Here comes Rick Seabrins in the 4. All he needs is an opening. Right now he's trapped behind 105 with Alex Green on his outside. Final lap, one lap shootout. Here they come. Rick's going to move to the high side here. He's cleared Alex Green. Lynn's going to try and put the block on. Contact made. Oh, the field going to get all sorts of crossed up as Lynn McNeese tried to block the field. Green flag is still out. Now Travis Elliott's going for a ride. Cody Ober's going around. Anthony Poston in the 30. He's out front. Caution flag still has not flown. Derek Conley and Christopher McCullough in the 103. And they're going to go around. There goes Kenneth McCullough to the inside. Or I'm sorry, no. Not sure who that was, but your winner is going to be Anthony Poston. In the 30, as we had a wild one-lap shootout, the 35 of Doug Rice going to end up second. And the 103 of Christopher McCullough going to end up in third place. So a wild last lap. So we go to our Maxspeed TV replay. Lynn trying to block. Collects everybody behind him. Lynn not slowing down. He found reverse. Gonna try and spin it around here. Grab first gear and get rolling. Meanwhile, Derek Conley and Christopher McCullough are gonna make contact. It is the 89 of Kenneth McCullough going spinning there. Watching this now from Aspen Belvin. Rick going up and over. More contact happening. That car really destroyed as it went up and over. So a wild, wild ride for everyone involved. But your race winner is going to end up being Anthony Poston in the 30. So while he celebrates his race win, we're going to mute the mics. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Our race winner is once again back-to-back winner, Anthony Poston. You did it last week. You did it this week. You managed to finish in first and come back from 2 laps down. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, coming back from 2 laps down, I didn't think we were going to be able to do it.
A very tough go for you there in the early stages of this race. You blew your engine, ended up 2 laps down because of that situation. And here you are celebrating in victory lane with a wild 1-lap shootout. How many crashes did you have to dodge to get there?
I think I had to go around about 2 of them and throw a pretty big block on the 28 coming to the line, and I just wanted to give him a shout out and apologize to him.
Well, here you are, victory lane, doing what you need to do to go back to back. The first one that has a repeat winner since this league has been broadcasted. So congratulations on that.
Thank you, sir. And I just want to give a shout out to 3 Wide Motorsports.
All right. Anyone else you need to give a thank you to?
I just want to say hi to Cheryl Mears, Lauren Mears, and Chris Mears if they're watching.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on a second win for you. 2 for 2. That's got to feel good, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, that is Anthony Poston, 3 Wide Motorsports driver, getting it done out here tonight. Well, I'll tell you what, Doug Rice finishing a second in the 35 machine. Doug, your race, maybe not a race win, but looked like there you were given an EOL with a 1-lap shootout to go, and here you are ending up in second.
Yeah, I was playing the fuel mileage strategy there. Had it worked out perfectly. I had enough fuel. I know I was in the top 4 there, and a lap car came by everybody, and so I was going to try to draft with him and got a little too close there with 4, 5, 6 to go. Got me an EOL, but somehow just dodged all the wrecks on the last lap and came up second, just short of the chase, and so that makes it hurt even more to be that close and not make it. So,
well, second place though, you may not have made the chase, but a wild race here. You managed to end up in second after that EOL. Maybe a feeling of what could have been, but still an accomplishment here overall.
yeah, it's my best finish of the season, so I'm definitely happy about that. I was definitely more aggressive this whole race because I knew I had to win or I was out. So gave it everything I had and gave it my best, and just wasn't quite good enough. So I think I would have had it if I'd just been a little patient there and rode with those 4 guys, and it would have been me and the 103 there for the end if there wasn't any cautions. But I gave it my best, and happy with the second place finish though. Best finish of the season for me. Independent, no team, so nobody to give shout outs to, so that makes it a little harder in this league. So definitely happy to be able to get a second place finish by myself.
Well, man, nice job out there for that second place finish. Tell us, you probably had the best view of all the crashing going on out there. What was it like out there?
That last shootout, if you're talking about just the last shootout, I had tunnel vision, man. I wasn't paying attention about who was wrecking who, and I was just going left and right trying to avoid all the cars near me to get the best finish I could. Luckily got a second out of it.
Well, man, we're watching the replay of it now as you're working through this. Any thing that you can say that you were able to see that lets you know where to be?
I mean, you see a little smoke and you see guys getting sideways, and you just go low and high whenever you juke whenever you can. And yeah, I'm watching the replay with you there. I just stayed on the bumper forward there and coasted with him. And then when the second race happened, just went low. He got me a little, stayed with it, and yeah, it was tough. Just keeping it floored and aiming straight, trying to avoid it.
Well, you did a great job. You come home second for tonight. And like I said, you fall a little bit short for the chase, but your plans going forward for the rest of these chase races, just go out and win now?
Yeah, just get some experience and try to become a better plate racer, and so maybe set myself up for next year. And I don't know, who knows, maybe get a couple of guys like me together and make our own team, see what we can do next year.
All right, man. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us. Any final shout-outs, thank yous you'd like to give?
Just the admins and everybody for making the racing possible. It makes Mondays fun. Mondays usually suck for everybody going back to work. Gives you something to look forward to every week, and I know they put a lot of work and time into it, so appreciate those guys for everything they've done for the whole series.
All right, man. Well, thank you again for taking that little bit of a long interview, and we appreciate it as we had a lot to digest there.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for your broadcasting too. Enjoyed it. It's always fun to be able to show it off to friends and family, and thanks again.
All right, that was Doug Rice bringing it home in second place out here tonight, so congratulations to him. There's nothing left but the crying, the whining, and the who said what about who, as I'm sure some feelings got hurt out here tonight. But you know what? I'm up in the broadcast booth. My feelings aren't hurt too bad. But what a wild finish to the Seize the Moment 250. Anthony Poston going back-to-back, winning his second race of the season in his second attempt here in the Monday League. Doug Rice bringing it home second. Christopher McCullough third. Fourth place going to Aspen Belvin. Travis Elliott gonna wind up in fifth. Dwayne Cooper is sixth. Seventh place, Derek Conley. Eighth will be Ernie Williams. Ninth, DJ Mitzel. Rick Seabrans will end up in 10th place. Lynn McNeese will be 11th. Alex Green going to be 12th. 13th is Chase Berry. Cody Ober will be 14th. And 15th will be Stephen Herman. In 16th place, Kelly Milam, Jordan Wright in 17th, 18th, Kenneth McCullough, 19th, Jacob Sayers, and 20th will be Scott Bellum. And then Robert Payne was able to get out and turn 13 laps here tonight. Mark Vega being our race control for tonight. We appreciate his efforts. And Cody Eldred qualified but unable to start tonight's event, so he ends up in 23rd. So guys, that is gonna do it for me tonight as we did the Seize the Moment 250. Again, this was in honor of the Epilepsy Foundation. If you need more info, the link is provided down below in the video description. It has been a wild ride. And as usual, guys, thank you very much for joining me. Hope everyone had fun. Make sure you tune in tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central as Racing for a Cause will do the Memorial 125 presented by Drive for Diabetes Awareness. That will take place at Indianapolis. The Racing for a Cause boys' final race of the regular season. It's getting down to playoff times for a lot of these leagues. So nobody get, I don't know, too far from that computer. Y'all have a good night. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you next time.